Why and how to create a customer journey? Today, more than ever, customer experience is at the heart of all effective marketing strategies. Whether it's acquiring new customers or retaining those who have already trusted you, customer satisfaction must be a priority. When a potential customer sees a need, it can take a long time to get it to the buying stage. The indecision of the vast majority of consumers faced with the multitude of products on the market is pushing companies to work on the customer journey to meet the needs and expectations of consumers. Do you also want to offer your customers the best shopping experience on your online shop? Then it's time to model your customer journey. In this video, you will find all the information you need to get started and an example of a customer journey. So I will define first what a customer journey is. Then let's see why establish and analyze a customer journey before looking at customer journey modeling. In other words, what are the key steps to follow? And finally, I will present the 5 keys to a successful digital customer journey before to present you a little effective thank you. The digital customer journey, which you may have already heard of, refers to a real or fictitious path taken by a customer from the moment they identify their needs to the stage where they decide to make a purchase. This path taken by the customer includes many stages, which we will detail later, and which include all the phases of reflection up to the post-purchase path, opinion on the purchase, additional purchase, etc. Why establish and analyze a customer journey? So in concrete terms, what is the purpose of modeling a customer journey for a company? Quite simply, to improve the customer experience. By better understanding the customer journey, you will be able to make it more enjoyable and intuitive. This will increase customer loyalty and ensure that visitors to your online shop become loyal customers. Customer journey modeling, what are the key steps to follow? There are several customer journey models and you can choose to add more steps as you wish. But to start with a good guideline, here are 6 classic steps of the digital customer journey. Step 1. Identifying a need and finding information. The very first step in the customer journey is when the customer identifies a need. They become aware of a desire or need and decide to go in search of the right purchase that will meet their needs. This first step is essential and proves that it's crucial for merchants to anticipate the needs and desires of their target customer before launching a product or an online shop. The customer will now naturally start looking for information about the product in need. For example, they may ask friends or family for advice, look for recommendation on blogs, or simply do a Google search. Step 2. Comparing the different information obtained. The customer has now reviewed the sources of information available to him, and they finally have all the information they need in their hands. All they have to do is to compare them, usually on the internet through customer reviews, to make their final decision. Stage 3. Decision making and purchase. This is the most crucial stage. The customer, finally informed, has made his decision and can finally make the purchase. This is your first contact with them, and it's essential that their experience at this point is perfect, as it will define their opinion of your brand and shop. It's also this very first step experience with your shop that will condition your future relationship with the consumer. It's therefore essential to make it easy for them to navigate your site and to ensure that the purchasing process is smooth and secure. Stage 4. Receiving and using the product. Another decisive stage is the reception of the product. The customer will finally be able to test his purchase, and this is probably the most stressful phase of his customer journey. It is at this precise moment that they will know if they have made the right decision or if they will have to return the product and start their research from the beginning. To help them through this stage, you should provide them with all the information they may need. Instructions, after-sales service, refund procedures, return label, etc. If the customer is not satisfied with his purchase, he is not necessarily disappointed by your brand. If you offer a friendly after-sales service and simple and clear return or refund solutions, it is not impossible that the customer will order from your online shop again. Step 5. The customer assessment of the product. At this stage of the customer journey, the customer already knows whether you have fulfilled their expectation and whether they will order from you again. On your side, this is the time to get an evaluation, a customer review on the buying experience. You can simply wait to find out if they have posted a review on Google or on your social networks. But I encourage you to contact them again, ideally by email and through a satisfaction questionnaire to find out more about their feeling. This is both an opportunity for you to better understand what consumers liked or disliked, and it's also a great way to prove to your customers that their opinion matters to you. This way, you can further nurture your merchant-customer relationship. Step 6. After-sales service and loyalty. Now that you know more about your customer's shopping experience, it's time to think about the future of your relationship. If your customer has pointed out any negative points, suggest that they contact you after sales service to resolve the problem. Don't hesitate to offer them a discount voucher to prove your desire to satisfy them and to encourage them to repeat the experience. First, you need to create a customer journey for each of your personas. It is essential to keep in mind that there is no single customer journey. In order to increase your chances of satisfying your customers and to find sales and marketing solutions that will suit all profiles, don't hesitate to create several customer paths for each of the personas that you have identified. Anticipate the obstacle encountered by the customer. In an ideal world, your customer journey to the point of purchase will be smooth, but in reality, they can quickly encounter obstacles. So it's imperative that you take into account all the problems that the customer may encounter at each of the stages mentioned above. Ask yourself as many questions as possible. Are you well enough reference on Google for the customer to come across you during their initial research? Does your site have enough performance to ensure smooth navigation? Do you offer enough payment methods and delivery options? Is your payment page secure? Take into account the customer's emotional curve. The customer is not a robot nor a simple persona, which is why it's important to take into account his emotional curve when creating your customer journey. It will allow you to better understand what can slow down the customer in his buying process. In order to better understand the customer's emotions, don't hesitate to put yourself in their shoes and use the I word, which will make it easier for you to feel empathy. Then involve all your teams. The more people you have working on the customer buying journey, the more varied scenarios you will obtain, enabling you to envisage solutions that can satisfy a maximum number of customer profiles. We therefore recommend that you call several members of your team to brainstorm around your customer journey. If you don't have a team around you yet, then don't hesitate to ask for the opinion of your friends and family. They will be able to enlighten you on their own purchasing experiences. Let's see now the FAQ on the customer journey. For a business, creating a customer journey is an opportunity to better understand the customer's experience and improve the path to purchase. By looking at your target customer's buying journey, you can then personalize your interactions with them and provide them with an optimal buying experience. This is a great way to build customer loyalty, but also to recruit new customers. In order to map your customer journey, you will need to gather as much information as possible about your target customer. If you have already created personas, then you have a very good basis to start with. Of course, you will also need to put yourself in the shoes of the buyers and empathize. Once you have an ideal customer journey in mind, all you need to do is to shape it. You can either create your own customer journey template or download a free template from the internet. To improve the customer journey, you will need to take into account all the problems that the customers may encounter during a purchasing process and try to solve them. From the search for information to the after-sales service. You will need to ensure that you are visible on online research, have reviews from previous customers that can offer a guarantee of reliability to your future customers, make it easy for them to navigate your site and offer them a safe and easy to understand payment experience. Secondly, you will need to be present in the post-purchase phase to ensure that your customer is satisfied with their experience with your online shop. You now have all the information you need to model your own customer journey. All you have to do is get started. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, I invite you to like, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also join us on our private Facebook group and on Instagram. Thanks.